Hey, what up, YouTube, and all my fellow Knick Cave dwellers? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, a Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want y'all to do me one small favor. I want y'all to hit that like button. I definitely want y'all to subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to know when the next video is going to drop, hit the notification bell. Here's a little joke for you. Is Leon Rose the next Isaiah Thomas? He already gave Julius Randle a hefty contract, and it kind of reminds me of Isaiah Thomas and Eddie Curry. Well, y'all seen the thumbnail, and even though it talks about Leon Rose, but what I'm scared and what I'm nervous about is the New York Knicks this offseason and what's going to take place. All right, the first thing is first. We all wanted Tom Thibodeau out of here. We want him to fire it. But we all know he's going to be our coach next year. And reason being, not only did he get us to the playoffs in his first year, but that was Leon Rose's first big move when he took over the New York Knicks. So, he, you know what I'm saying? All right. And it's a little history between them two because Tom Thibodeau was a client of Leon Rose back when Leon Rose was a sport agent. So, there's some type of loyalty there between these two guys. But if Tom Thibodeau don't do the right thing and get the Knicks on the track next season, Leon Rose don't have no choice but to fire the man. I mean, like I said, there is some type of loyalty. But this is business, you know what I'm saying? And Tom Thibodeau already proved to be a stubborn coach this year. I mean, look, say my, you know what I'm saying? My feelings. I know a lot of y'all have seen some of my videos, and I was like, Tom Thibodeau this, Tom Thibodeau that, Tom, the defense, the ice, blah, blah, blah. My feelings really haven't changed about Tom Thibodeau, but I am optimistic about next season because of his track record. He's been a coach in this league now for 10 years. He had 430 wins and 322 losses in the regular in his career. And for the playoffs, he won 25 games and he lost 36. And his best season as a coach came with the Chicago Bulls back in 2011. Matter of fact, I think that was his first year as a head coach. He won 62 games. In the playoffs, he won 9 playoff games. He lost 7. He lost 7 playoff games that year. We all know Chicago Bulls were hot. He had a very young Derrick Rose who was explosive. Matter of fact, I think the youngest MVP in league history at the time. They had Tobbs Gibson was on that team, and you know why he's a favorite of Tom Thibodeau. I mean, they had an exciting team, and that team was a big rivalry of the New York Knicks. Chicago Bulls haven't been a rivalry of the New York Knicks for the longest. But what I'm afraid of, really, before I get to that point, let me just finish with Tom Thibodeau. Like I said, his best year came in 2011 with the Chicago Bulls. Then he went over to Minnesota Timberwolves, and his best year came in 2018 with the Minnesota. He had coached 3 seasons before being let go, but his best year was in 2018. He won 47 games and 35 losses. They went to the playoffs. We only had 1 win. Basically, the first round, they got knocked out. 1 win, 4 losses. You know how that go because we seen it with the New York Knicks. But the reason I'm optimistic about Tom Thibodeau is because his track record. He have a track record that go up and down, you know what I'm saying, from season to season. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm saying I'm optimistic, and I do believe next year he will get the team to the playoffs. But I don't think we'll go far because we all know Tom Thibodeau is a great defensive coach when it comes to defensive-minded coach. But he's limited on the offense. And we all witnessed that in the playoffs with the New York Knicks and how I'm not going to say other teams, how the Atlanta Hawks came out and the defense dismantled his whole game plan. And the man couldn't adjust. He couldn't make any moves, or he didn't want to, or he felt that his only option was Julius Randle, which is a bad sign from a New York coach. From a coach, not just a New York coach. But I don't know. It could be that, you know, since he's been here, he hasn't had. I don't know about Minnesota. I don't know about Chicago. But I know since he's been a New York Knicks head coach, he hasn't had an offensive coordinator. So I don't know if that plays a part in the way the New York Knicks play their offense. because most of the time, we be concentrating on defense. And we did finish the season off in a high defensive ratings. We did. But we saw how he was out coaching that series against Atlanta. And it made one think like, what can this man do on offense? When the Knicks are hot, if that's with any team, if players are hot, it's going to make any offense look great. But when the players are just playing a mediocre game and you're supposed to be out there to call plays, the isolation is not going to work. That high screen with the three-pointer on the sideline, coaches already know that. Like, you just watch the way other coaches coach their team with the rookies and how they play. Like, I'm going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into that. But like I said, and it was reported, you know, so I'm not going to just leave this out. It was reported that Tom Thibodeau was a little disappointed in himself for not playing the rookies sooner, the younger guys sooner. But I kind of think that was like his scapegoat speech for the end of the season, because throughout the season you have reporters and fans just hitting New York media on Twitter or on Instagram, took him out, play the young guys. He's seen it all over the place. He even came out with a defiant press conference talking about, y'all don't see what I see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get into all that, but like I said, the man, he's like this, man. He's like a seesaw. And I'm hoping that, he come out next year and do what he's supposed to do. Now, let's get to what I'm talking about, the New York Knicks reverting back to the old days. And what I mean by that, but first of all, like, everything I just said about Tibbs, getting us to the playoffs, up and down season, none of that's going to really make a difference. And what I mean by that, if the New York management go out and do what I think they're going to do this offseason, and that is give the farm away. And what I mean by giving the farm away, everybody, fans, commentators, I think some people in Knicks management, everybody want Donovan Mitchell. They want to go out and make a trade for Donovan Mitchell. But what are we going to have to give up for Donovan Mitchell? It's going to be a lot. And I know the Knicks have a few draft picks we acquired for the trades we made, but it's going to be our young talent. And I know the Knicks, they got a few picks to spare, but like I said, it's going to be our young guys and that we be giving up. And to me, that's going to put the Knicks right back where we was at in the 90s and the early 2000s. And I know the Knicks are not a contender right now. Matter of fact, they're not even a playoff team right now. But our young group of guys, I think they can be very special. That's if the Knicks don't trade any of these dudes and let them grow as a team. And matter of fact, I don't want to bandwagon any other team, but just like the Golden State Warriors. And what I think the Knicks should do, they should take a page right out of the Golden State Warriors book. Because if not, we will revert back to them Scott Layton days, or shall I say the Isaiah Thomas days, when we had a roster filled with overpaid, sometimes superstars, and let's be honest, a useless bench. So if this team pursue Donovan Mitchell, or, because I be hearing this too, Zion Williams, in my opinion, I'm going to be honest, especially with Zion Williams, in my opinion, I'm not too mad about the Donovan Mitchell thing, but Zion Williams, in my opinion, that would be a waste for the New York Knicks to go out and get Zion Williams. First of all, the man didn't even want to be here. Because think about it, the New York Knicks had the number 3 pick in the draft that year Zion was being drafted. And we've seen it before, no matter what sport it be, NFL, MLB, NBA. If a player don't want to go to a certain team, they want to go to a certain team or don't want to be on a certain team, they do something, especially if they big-ass Zion Williams was coming into the league, something would have happened. He would have forced something. So if Zion Williams wanted to be a New York Knick, he would have been a New York Knick. And, you know what I'm saying, just his demeanor when he was asked, when he was in Duke about the New York Knicks and the face that the man put on, I don't want Zion Williams here. I'm being honest. I want a player that's going to want to be here, just like R.J. Barrett. And I don't mean to go off topic, but R.J. Barrett is meant to be in New York Knickerbocker. And we're going to lose that man if this team go out and pursue Donovan Mitchell. Trust me, we're going to lose him. We're going to lose Obi Toppin. We're going to lose Grimes. We're going to lose we're going to lose the farm. Like I said, we're going to lose everything. Not to mention Zion Williams. have missed 146, 47 games in 3 seasons. The man looked like he weighed 300 pounds, and y'all want to go out and get him? Now, I'm not saying that we're going to do that, but I'm just tired of hearing that every time. Like I said, I watch other people's channels too, but I'm getting tired of people bringing up trades for Zion Williams, talking about Zion Williams wanting to be a part of New York Knicks. I don't want Zion Williams here. I'm being honest with you. I don't want him. If y'all want him here, let me know in the comment section. And with that being said, don't forget to subscribe either. All right, let's get back into it, what I was talking about. Like I said, the pursuit of Donovan Mitchell would, to me, it would deplete this team just like the Carmelo fiasco. And not to mention, because the Knicks was at that Dallas-Utah game, and it had scouts going crazy. Not scouts, but the basketball world going crazy about what the Knicks going to do. Everybody speculating. Starts after that game go off. You see people on different channels. Oh, I figured out the Knicks game plan. Blah blah blah. And some of y'all might be right. I'm not gonna argue that fact. Y'all might be right. The Knicks might be going in that direction. But like I said, this is where I have the problem at, because the only thing we're going to do if we go in that direction is give away the farm. Like, who are we going to pair Donovan Mitchell with? Julius Randle? And how's that going to work out when Julius Randle is used to being the number one man? Donovan Mitchell is used to being the number one man. And even we get a couple of nice pieces to go along with that package. Just think about Julius Randle game and Donovan Mitchell game. Donovan Mitchell make decisions right there, go to the hole. Julius Randle holds the ball for 15 to 20 seconds. And that's no exaggeration. A little bit. But y'all know what I mean. That's going to take Donovan Mitchell out of his game. And pretty soon, there's going to be conflict. Because Donovan Mitchell is not R.J. Barrett. Well, he don't have any leverage over Julius Randle. Trust me, that mixture will not work. Because we see who Julius Randle is. He's a sensitive little girl. In a 6'9", 200 and something pound body. Alright? I ain't mean to get all hype like that, but I'm just saying, if the New York Knicks go out and make the moves that everybody is talking about, even signing Jalen Brunson, it would damage this team. It would hurt our young core. If we don't trade nobody, we go out and bring Jalen Brunson in as a point guard, what happens to McBride? What happened to Quickly? We just start seeing what Quickly can do. We just start taking away that from the young guys. Like I said, we should take a book from out of the Golden State Warriors book, whatever page out of the Golden State Warriors book, and play our rookies. Y'all see Jordan Poole. Not to mention Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and I don't want to hear a superstar because nobody could have predicted that. Y'all can say, oh, he could have been great that Davidson game. Before that Davidson series and all that, we barely even knew who Steph Curry was. So be realistic. And the next year they was trying to give him, we had an inkling of what he could be, but nobody can really tell what the future holds. But I'm saying right now, we have that on the team. Grimes, McBride, them two rookies had exploded. McBride had a good game in Houston before he got COVID and he came back. Tibbs didn't put him back in the rotation like he's supposed to, and he fell off tracks because Grimes, you got to let Grimes be a quarterback. That's what he was in college. He was the point guard. He was controlling things. You got to let him take control of the game in order for the man to shine. We're not giving our young guys the chance they need the need. The thing with the Knicks and the problem with the New York Knicks is that we keep playing musical chairs with our rookie. We never hold a rookie more than 2 years. I'm surprised we still got R.J. Barrett, and that's looking kind of grim right now. Like, if the New York Knicks management go out and do everything that everybody is talking about right now is going on, R.J. Barrett is gone. Quentin Grimes is gone. Obi Toppin is gone. McBride is gone. When are we going to start building from within? And Knicks fans, yeah, I'm a Knicks fan too. Y'all got to stop being so impatient. Because y'all the one who put the pressure on the management to make these foolish moves. They feel pressure. They got to do something for the fan base. Go out. Which they really don't have to do nothing because, come on. No matter how bad the New York Knicks are, Madison Square Garden is always packed. So the Knicks is not losing money. They're not. Like I said, if the Knicks can go out and do what I think they're going to do, we're going back to the 1990s and the 2000s. I'm not saying we far away from it right now, but then we have a bright future right now. We have a plethora of young guys, talent, that if we nurture, we don't know what this team could be. It won't be mediocre. I'm telling you, not with the group of young guys we got right now. And y'all know that. So why get on the Twitter or whatever, MSG, and why holler and call for the New York management to go out and get Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell, I ain't saying he's Zion Williams, but since he's been in this league, he hasn't played a full season either. 77 games in his first year. I'm going to give that he's a rookie. But once he became a star, 3 years, 66 games, 56 games, he hasn't played the whole full season. You may say 66 games, oh, he played, that's good, but that's still 20 games missing. Can our team survive a 20-game missing without our superstar? You got to start thinking about that. How many games R.J. Barrett missed? Come on. Let's keep the young core. Matter of fact, start going on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Hit up Leon Rose on his Twitter and say, don't do nothing. Keep our guys. Keep our core. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.